Yes, people, what's good? Decided to go for a walk. This one, I promise, this one's actually going to be short and sweet because we ain't about to be spending 20 minutes talking about Slavia Prague on this dingy camera, this iPhone camera. But Spurs won. Spurs kept a clean sheet. Simons on the score sheet, Kudus on the score sheet, and an own goal. We take it, 2 pens, but a game where we actually created quite a few openings again. The second Champions League home game where we've been able to generate a lot of chances. Granted, today's chances, of course, will be inflated by the XG will be inflated by the 2 penalties, but still, they were both penalties. And before that, Richarlison should have scored literally first chance of the game on the first minute. And yeah, man, wasn't a vintage performance by any means. And I would actually say, I don't actually think we showed Slavia Prague respect, both in a good way and a bad way. In a sense where I felt we were a lot more open, we were a lot more relaxed. Players were actually attempting a couple things that we don't normally see, like little give and goes, knocks round the corner. But I also saw the reverse, where we were a bit too lax in our defending, a bit too open, a bit too casual, because we didn't really have any fear for the opposition. So for me, it resulted in us obviously having 15 attempts at goal and generating almost 3 XG, but it also led to us opening ourselves up and conceding 12 shots to Slavia Prague, but not really letting them create loads and loads of chances. However, they did have some chances that I thought they probably should have tucked. So yeah, wasn't a vintage performance by any means, but it was a performance that gets us another 3 points in the Champions League, and I think we're sat 9th, and we are actually within touching distance of the top 8. And I am starting to think that, you know what, we could possibly finish in the top 8. You look at the games we have left in the Champions League. We have Frankfurt away. Again, not saying that it's a gimme, but you look at the quality that we have, you look at the quality Frankfurt have, and you look at how they've played this season. Not saying we've been great. We should really go there and assert our authority and win the game. Dortmund at home is the difficult one, right? Again, we've got the quality on paper to beat Dortmund, but Dortmund have the quality to beat us. So, yeah, not going to be an easy game per se, but they're winnable games, man. They're winnable games for Tottenham, and there are 2 opportunities to finish in the top 8 and get automatic passage into the knockouts, man. So, yeah, man. I mean, we scumbagged a lot of results, but today I wouldn't call it a scumbag. I do think 3-0 does flatter us, because I think we gave up enough shots and openings to probably not have deserved a clean sheet. I think, as I said, I think our defending was too lax in certain moments as a team. It wasn't really just singling an individual, but I did think today I saw a solid performance from Simons again. I think Archie Gray really grew into that game, especially in the first half, or back into the first half, sorry, and the opening 10 or 15 minutes of the second half before he got subbed. I thought Richarlison was solid today, but he should have scored. Who else? Odebear. He started the game bright, but Odebear, he sort of flitted, man. Didn't really have enough impact on the game, I'll be honest. I thought Kudus, the execution was really poor in the first half. I thought he wasn't having a good game, but Kudus is such a quality player in the sense where my interpretation of him not having a good game, I thought him having a poor game is him dubs in 2-3 man, holding off the defender, and then botching the final pass. And that's what he did too many times today. So you can talk about the good, which is he holds off the defender, he spins the defender, he carries it, knocks it past 2-3. But then the final pass, the final shots, the final action was lacking today. But that being said, I'm happy he's off the mark in the Champions League for Tottenham. I'm happy Xavi Simons off the mark of the Champions League for Tottenham as well. I thought the two centre-backs played very well today, but again, Mickey van der Ven suspended for Dortmund. That's our next game. I didn't understand why he got booked for that. Sorry, a man has made clean contact with the ball and he gets booked, and now he's missing Dortmund at home. We needed Mickey in that game, and that gives us a handicap that we didn't need, unfortunately. But as I said, you can't complain at 3-0. And when I look at our last few Champions League games, 3 today, 3 against PSG, 4 against FC Copenhagen. Yeah, man. Listen, we got to get it done. Got to get it done. Simple. I'm trying to think, who else can I shout at? I thought Paulinho was okay today. Wasn't bad, wasn't amazing either, but he did play some decent passes here and there. I think he played like 2 or 3. Won the ball back to a decent standards, as you would expect. But yeah, man, there's not really much I can say. Today I would have liked a nice performance, right? Like a dominant performance. And I do think, to a certain extent, it was a fairly dominant performance. It's just that we made the game open, which meant that we invited more attempts at goal. But can't complain at 3-0, man. Like, as I said, Thomas Frank, you lot know my views on the manager. I wanted him gone. I still feel like we could benefit from a manager who just gets us better and coaches the team better. But my mind is open to changing to what I felt at the start of the season. What was done can be undone. The same way a succession, like 2 to 3 months of turgid performances, even when we were winning, can turn my opinion to one way, is the same way 2 to 3 months of promising performances, players kicking on, really developing, the team scoring more goals, the team getting more shots at goal, the team creating more chances. The same way my opinion can be reversed. Like, just because I've put that opinion out there on my platform does not mean that I'm going to keep to that opinion. If I see the team improving and trending positively and results improving, but most importantly, performances improving, players developing, players kicking on, players being put in positions where they can succeed. I'm seeing Javi now growing in confidence. I'm seeing Gray growing in confidence. I'm seeing Jed Spence used better when he's played at left back. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm seeing Odegaard and Tell today reintegrated back into the team. I'm seeing good substitutions. I'm seeing good game management. I'm seeing the team attempting more shots, forcing the issue more. If I see these things continuously, of course my opinion is going to change. But that's the thing, I need to see it continuously. Not saying today was an amazing performance. I'm not even sure if I classify today as a good performance, but it was good enough to get the result over the line. And really, that's what we needed. Get the result in the bag, get a clean sheet, get 3 goals for the fans to cheer, and lock up shop, head home, focus on Nottingham Forest. Kolo Muani, we need to sign that guy permanently. We need to sign that guy permanently, man. Honestly, he is a very good player. Very, very good player. Who else? Who else have I forgotten? Tell, when he came on, he looked bright. He looked sharp shooter. He was very unlucky for that shot, man. Sharp shooter. For me, if I'm looking at that left wing position now, until we sign a left winger, and I've said this multiple times, it's really got to be Odegaard and Tell. If one is underperforming, play the other one for maybe 2-3 games. And then when that player is lagging in the game, you sub him for the other player. That should really be their position to try and compete with each other against. At this point, we need to prioritise the players that we see a future in the team with. So it gets me frustrated when I see Johnson playing left wing. When I see Bergvall, who is talented, that we've got a future with, he's not a left winger. So let's actually listen. I didn't want Tell, but doesn't mean I dislike him. I think he's a good prospect. I don't think we were the club that should have signed him. We should have left his development for someone else, but we've got him now, so we've got to use him. Same way we've got to use Odegaard. They give us the 2 most promising performances off the left. So that should really be their spot. It should be one or the other. The same way it should be Muani as the main striker, with Richarlison covering until Solanke comes back. There's a lot of noise about Solanke. I ain't gonna comment on the rumours because I have no idea if they're true or not. But let's see, man. Let's see. I'm just happy we won today. We take it one game at a time, and most importantly and lastly, Son Heung-min, legend, former captain, leader, legend. It was great to see Son today. That's the first time I've seen Son touch our pitch in God knows how long. So it was great to see Son today. But yeah, man, 3 points, we move. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who played well, who didn't play well? What did you think of the performance? What did you think of the tactics? And we look ahead to Forest, man. It was good to get Kudus off the pitch early, Gray off the pitch early, right? Players rested. Let's look on. Let's continue the slightly positive run now, and let's try and beat Forest, man. Bless up, people. I'm out.